So I realized after my walk yesterday that it wasn't really an opportunity that I turned down. It was more of that it didn't fit into my life that I currently have. And I think that piece hit harder than saying no. As in my brain, you know, after I said no, I kept thinking about it and, could I possibly do it, right? And I think I talked a little bit about that yesterday. I don't want to dwell on that because it's more on the fact of how, you know, my current life didn't fit the opportunity. And that's okay. And that will happen. But it doesn't mean I wasn't excited. Or I'm still excited. Anytime you get an opportunity or someone reaches back out, um, it's just a little validation that you're doing the right things. Um, and I will say, after I sent my reply, I checked my email for a day, seeing maybe the directors reached back out and they said, well, we've moved the dates, and that was great. And you know, because the part of me that said no was saying, well, I could have done it, right? I had the time, I could have figured it out. I even could have learned the lines, but there's, you know, the level of my expectation for what I want to portray as an actor and a professional. And my last role that I did, I prepped for 2 months for that. And so there's it's more than just showing up and reading your lines. And it would be easy to get lost and locked up in the excitement of getting flown out somewhere, thinking about what it would be like to be on set, working with a new film crew, all those things that I love about this. But there's that realization of physical limitations within the constraints of where I am. And that's great. That's natural. And so some of you might be thinking, well, Ryan, why did you apply to this, right? Um, aren't you working on something now? And yes, I am. I have a project now, but as an actor who's trying to grow in what he does and create my portfolio and create stronger reels, I I need to keep applying to things, and uh, sometimes you don't always know the timeline for what you apply to. Um, it will say like to be determined. So that's how situations, like this, arise. Because I normally try to look, months out, make sure I have time to prepare, because that's just who I am, and that's where I need to be. Um, and then sometimes life opens doors too early, and that's okay. That is great. It's just because I wasn't ready for this door, it doesn't mean no more doors will open. And I think I talked about this prior regarding my channel. And my acting is very different from my channel. My channel, this is content I create that kind of talks about my life and my acting and just in general, positivity, all that great stuff. But I spoke about what happens if I went viral, right? It's a very, very long shot. But would I be ready? And no, I don't think I would. And I feel it's important to, have that foundation. Like these, as I said, this is the best time. It's the learning, and it's the growing, it's the failing, and I do it day after day, which is great. Which is why I love to do this. And so I don't see this as a missed opportunity. I see one that says, learning and growing, and just really trying to be ready and prepared and understanding my own limitations. Because I don't want too much to happen at once, and I'm not ready for that, honestly. So remember, as always, you don't need the whole path today. You only need one step. Thanks for walking with me, and I'll see you on my walk.